Hey, this is Tegan, one of the hosts of Beauties and Headcanons. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast here on Public House Media.
Hey, you're listening to Let's Hustle with Lee and Chelsea.
We are two girls making our way in sales and entrepreneurship.
We set out to make this podcast after entering our late 20s and realizing we were hitting a wall and felt like our lives and careers were stagnant. After expressing this feeling to countless other women, we realized we weren't alone.
So each week we're bringing you real conversations with real people that are authentic, realistic, and relatable in hopes that you can grow into the best version of yourself. So strap in and let's hustle.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Hustle Podcast. I am Lee.
And I am Chelsea.
And we're here to provide entertainment and sanity and just insight and laughter.
I was like, and what else do we do for people?
I don't know.
What else do we bring to the table?
Right. Not a lot. Crickets. Okay. How has your week been, my dear?
Busy AF.
Yeah.
Like,
you've been super busy.
real busy. Just been busy.
Yeah. Has work just been kind of like ramping back up now that places are opening, or?
Yeah, and it just is like after having no sales, it's just like, oh my gosh, like,
Right, you gotta like
send help.
send help, please.
So it just is a lot trying to ramp up and get stuff going, and businesses are opening up, and so yeah, it's a lot.
And I imagine that people are so much more conscious of like being clean and
For the love.
I mean, like, you're literally facility services.
Yeah.
And which are, guess what you need in your facility?
Absolutely.
Cleaning things.
Yes.
And you need stuff to be sanitized. So.
OSHA's got standards.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
Good.
Don't
Well,
be
good.
nasty. Yeah, so it's been busy, but it's like, I think the other thing is it's a huge transition. If you are a business-to-business salesperson, you will know when you are driving around in your car and you're also trying to stay hydrated, you have to pee quite frequently.
Yeah.
So after being home for 3 months, working from home, where my bathroom, I have 3 bathrooms all within 20 steps of me. Maybe 50, I don't know. Haven't counted. But they're not far. Like, I just forgot about it. I just took my very easily located and conveniently located bathrooms for granted. And I've been driving a whole lot more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to go pee. Well, that's fine. I have like my go-to spots. They're closed.
Yeah, and bathrooms are closed.
And the best place to go to the bathroom is at hotels because their toilet paper is nice, their bathrooms are clean, and it smells good. And nobody's like, what are you doing in here? You have to buy something.
Right. They just think you're staying in the hotel.
Yeah. And so it's like, okay, cool, tight. And they're closed. Also, other places, they're like, oh, I can't let you use our bathroom. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go in the sidewalk then. It's fine. I'm going to urinate in my pants. Not a big deal. So, that has been an adjustment. Or, like, just going from, like, being at home and, like, it's, like, a chill vibe and whatever. Like, I need a hug and my dog gives me one.
Right.
Just, like, chill, you know?
For sure. Well, and
To, like, zoom, zoom, zoom.
And we haven't had a lot of human interaction.
No, it's exhausting.
Oh my Lord.
Like,
go ahead.
No, I just, like, exhausted. I have no words.
I just, like, have been, like, on a couple calls with people, and it used to be something that I did every day, all the time, and I felt like my brain would, like, turn on, and I would know how to talk to people, and I would know how to make small talks, and, like, make jokes, and, like, whatever, and I was on the phone the other day, and I literally had to put myself on mute, because I just was like, what the F, Lee? Like, I had to, like, say it to myself, because, like, my brain was just not functioning because I'm not used to
Oh,
it.
it happens all the time. I didn't tell you this. So this is a great story.
I can't wait. I'm very excited.
I was on my lunch break and I was getting a few supplies for a project that I was working on. And I went to Hobby Lobby. And I had walked around and got the things I needed, got in line, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm waiting in line. I'm like, ooh, I have a coupon. So I type in Michael's coupon. And I am fully committed that I'm in Michael's. So I finally get up. I'm like, oh, I also have a coupon. And I show the guy to scan it, and he looks. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. This is for Michael's. I kid you not. I said, well, where am I then? He's like, ma'am, you're in Hobby Lobby.
He said, where am I then?
I was like, where am I? Is this dementia? Like, what is happening? I had no idea. I forgot I was in Hobby Lobby.
It's like
That's where I'm at.
quarantine fatigue brain.
That's the thing, I think.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Ugh. Hilarious.
So now you know.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's my Chelseaism for the week.
Good job.
Thanks.
But you survived it. You're here.
did.
You
I
learned that you were
laughed
in
at it.
Hobby Lobby.
Can't trust this old memory.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course. Of course.
What about you, Lee? Anything good?
Oh, yeah. I literally am yawning. I'm so sorry. That was so rude.
I know. What is happening?
I know. I
there?
made you yawn. Dang it.
Oh, my God. Listeners, don't yawn.
Please don't yawn.
Or
I know
do.
everyone just yawned. My week was really good. I got to go to Tennessee and visit my family. My cousin,
Tight.
Adria, who is like my sister. She's like, we were talking and I don't really think about it because she's just my cousin, but like we like legit grew up like twin sisters because she's only 2 months younger than I am. So
Okay.
like, I mean, we grew up together. Like there's only 2 months of my life that I've not known her, you know?
Wow.
And
Are you younger or older?
older. I'm 2 months older. So
Oh, that would make
right.
idiot.
Yeah. And it's like she's known me her entire life.
Yeah.
It's weird. But it's crazy. I feel like we can just like get together and we like pick right back up.
Yeah.
Like cuz I mean we talk all the time, but I hadn't like seen her in person in like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so that was just wonderful to get to see her. And her daughter is 10 years old and her name's Leela, and she legit is like,
Did she name her after you?
we always make jokes because I don't really know if she did or not, but I tell people that she did.
Tight. I like that. I support that.
Yeah, someone asked us because we went to a winery and someone like walked up and was just like asking how we were or whatever and asked our names, and I was like, I'm Lee and this is Leela, and they're like, oh, are you named after her? Like looked at Leela, and Adria was just like, maybe. we like to keep it really vague, but I think she did. I mean,
Absolutely, she
hello,
did.
I'm the older,
The
more
older sister.
wiser
Yeah,
sister.
who else would she named her after?
It's like, come on, I'm like your idol, right?
Duh.
No, I'm not.
It's fine.
But no, and it was just great because I love her so much, and she's my favorite human on the planet, and
If she wasn't kind of like your niece, I'd be offended.
I call her my niece,
Tight.
but yeah, sorry,
It's fine.
but
I'm not offended.
But, okay. So there's this whole section of YouTube that I learned about from Leela. Cause
Wait,
what? We had a day where we woke up early and, like, made waffles together and, like, sat and chilled because Adria, like, kind of had a headache. She might have been a little hungover, and that was my fault, but I'm sorry. And so we got up one day and we made waffles and were trying to, like, become mermaids, okay? And so there's these videos on YouTube that clearly are meant for, like, younger kids. Because,
Yeah.
again, she's 10. And it's, like, spells that'll turn you into mermaids. And
That's
it's, like...
weird.
I know. And so, like, you get, like, warm water and fill it with salt and you put your hands in it and you, like, say this thing and you have to be, like, holding a seashell. And there's, like, spells on YouTube that
Did you
we
do it?
watched. Heck yeah, we did it. We did it 3 times.
Just turn into a mermaid?
I didn't. It said at midnight we were going to turn into mermaids. And I was leaving that day and I was like, all right, text me at midnight if you're awake and let me know if you're a mermaid. And she was like, I definitely will. And she texted me the next morning and she just was like, it didn't work. I'm not a mermaid, period. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then she was like, did it work for you? And I was like, ugh, didn't work for me
You
either.
should have been like, yeah.
I know. Like,
What? It didn't work for you?
Didn't want to make her jealous.
Okay, fair.
And make her upset that I was a mermaid and she
That's
wasn't.
very ant-like of you. I'd have been like, yeah, dude, you want to see my fin?
Yeah, dude. Painted on. But
I would have just photoshopped something.
yeah, I probably could have.
You totally. Like, you could find a picture on the internet easily.
Missed opportunity.
It's fine. Next time.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can go find mermaid spells. So do that this week if you feel down about yourself, because they're incredible.
I might have a follow on TikTok it's an account that I follow on TikTok of fake mermaids.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep, you just see them swimming through the water and it looks cool. So I was like, follow
the mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. This is all really weird because I also watched The Little Mermaid this weekend.
Stop it.
I did.
Stop it.
I did.
This is serendipitous.
I know.
Wow.
And I have long hair now, like Ariel.
Mermaid hair.
I don't know what's going on in the world, but I've got a lot of mermaids coming into my life. I gotta look this up.
We could all be
symbolism.
We could all be like a Disney princess for Halloween. You'd be Ariel.
Yeah, you could be Cinderella,
Blonde, or Sleeping Beauty.
You could be Sleeping Beauty. Who likes Aurora though? Aurora is boring. She just goes to sleep.
That's true. Okay, I will be Cinderella. Okay. Who would Celia be? I feel like
Pocahontas.
She could be. I was gonna say Jasmine, but Pocahontas.
Ooh, yes.
We'll let her choose herself.
Sorry, I just think Pocahontas is really cool.
I do too. I love Pocahontas.
Yeah.
But Jasmine has a pet tiger, so
that's just, yeah,
and flies on magic carpet. So
right,
like,
and was willing to give up her money to be with the one that she loved.
Be Pocahontas though.
No, because then you have to be with John Smith.
Oh,
friggin' slave owner.
That's very true.
Wow, we got real deep there for a minute.
Okay, just kidding.
Who would Kaylee be?
That's what I was thinking. Who could Kaylee be? She would be Snow White.
Yeah,
absolutely.
She's pale. Kaylee, if she's listening to this, she's probably like, "What the guys? Like, come on." Yeah, she could get a black wig.
Oh, or she could be the Irish
from Brave.
Yeah, red hair.
Heck yeah,
sassy AF.
Ugh, smart,
so
determined.
Smart. Oh my gosh, Kaylee.
Let's say that instead of Snow White.
Okay, fair.
Snow White's also kind of boring.
You think so?
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite ones. But I mean, like
better than being Fiona.
Yo,
from Shrek.
For real.
She had issues.
A lot of issues.
No, this is what we were talking about today.
Sorry. We'll get to the subject eventually. But right now, we have to talk about Disney princesses.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tight.
So, anyways, mermaids. That transitions wonderfully into the topic of the day.
Can you tell we don't have a script?
We write nothing down.
This is organic as it gets.
Just shoot from the hip.
Something.
Today we're going to talk about
Girlboss.
Girl bosses.
Not like the company Girlboss. Like, you do your thing. Like,
correct.
You're like,
right.
Do you? Okay, cool.
The idea of the girl boss.
You know, like
boss.
hashtag Girlboss. Like
correct.
The plate on your desk that's like gold embossed and like gold plated and it says Girlboss. And, okay, I want you all to close your eyes.
Okay.
When I say girl boss, do you imagine fluffy, white, gold, leather, like maybe like a fruity cotton candy smell, pinks, or not pinks, but blushes? What do you? Okay,
your
eyes are closed. I'm sorry. Mine were closed.
I was staring at you like a creep. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say girl boss, and what do you think?
When I think of girl boss and everything that comes with it, I think about like really swirly font on Instagram. I think about like rose gold phone covers.
Yes.
I think about like all the MLMs that are girl gang, join my team, stuff, which, again, I'm still in support of people who do MLMs, but you know that, like, fake Instagram.
Yes, I know.
The aesthetic that they try to pull off.
Don't be offended, okay? She's just describing what she thinks.
Correct.
Go on.
She's just describing what she's just expressing her opinion, guys.
Let her live her life.
Stop being offended,
Karen.
Thank you. I think about like a girl in a pink like suit jacket, and she like walks into a meeting, and she's like, "Guys, here's the graphs I made." But it's not like authentic. Like when I think about it, I think about like this aesthetic,
yes,
rather than the actual
what she brings to the
meaning
table.
and movement behind it.
Literally, that's what I think.
And that's
how can I decorate my office to be girl boss worthy?
Correct.
How can I make this Instagram cute so it looks like I have my life together?
Exactly.
Like I am a girl boss.
Correct.
Like
yeah. It's become such a thing. And
that's a look.
That's what we wanted to talk about today, because we saw this article the other day that was talking about like the death of the girl boss. Mm-hmm. And we were like, oh, that's interesting.
Hope you like our old name.
Yeah. You can keep it. Homegirl.
You know who you are. I'm sorry, I'm petty. Like, it's fine.
Me too. But no, I sent it to Chelsea, and I was like, wow, we changed our name at the exact right moment, because it was just all about, like, you know, is girl boss dead? Is it a dead phrase? Is it, like, because I think all the intentions in the beginning of the idea of, like, a girl boss and a woman.
The next affliction t-shirt?
Is it? Is it gonna die like those stupid trucker hats? Back in the day.
Man.
Because it started off as, like, the intention behind it, I really think was good, of, like,
women empowerment.
Women, you know, putting themselves at the table, making room for themselves. Yes.
Breaking the glass ceiling.
Correct.
Like, if you didn't watch the show, Sophia Amoruso show on Netflix, like, where she had, like, the actress playing her, was it called Girl Boss? I watched it, but I cannot even remember.
My friend Danielle auditioned for that. She almost got it. She should have got it, because she was so good. But anyways, it got canceled, so it's fine.
Yeah, it did get canceled. But, like, if you watch that and you didn't think, like, oh my gosh, I want to go buy clothes and start my own business, like, I don't know how you couldn't want more for yourself. It was just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I want to do that. I want to start my own thing. I want to be an entrepreneur. And I cannot say that word without saying it like that. And it was just amazing. It was just like a uplift, empowerment. Like, I'm going to make more than you. And, you know, all that. The woman, go get it, girl.
Knowing your worth. Knowing, you know, that you are worthy of, you know, these positions that men have had for so long.
And then Target made it cute.
Yes. Now, this isn't a Target
We
slander.
love Target.
Right.
I'm all for Target. Like, I was there today.
It was taken over as more so, like, I think that, because the article that we read too, I think it kind of got into a lot of, you know, like, reasons that the movement was not very authentic. And because it became a marketing scheme of, like, oh, we have a woman CEO now. There you go. And it was like, that was all they would do. They would just market the fact that their business had a woman CEO. Look at our girl boss. Look at this girl. She's in charge. Okay, well, like, what are you doing for the rest of your company? Are you doing anything for women empowerment? Are you having discussions about, you know, like, sexual advances in the office? Are you actually believing the women that you're working with? Are you doing anything for equality, or are you just having a hashtag girl boss as your CEO and, like, that's how you discovered that's how you solved all your problems?
Absolutely. And this might trigger some people or be offensive or something. Like, please know that this is just coming from my truth. But, like, I want a female president. But when Hillary Clinton ran, I did not want her to be my female president. She wasn't the right female president for me. Not that I thought her incumbent was any better, but she wasn't the female president for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, yes, I want a female president, but I don't want a female president just to have a female president.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm trying to get across.
For sure. And, well, that's a really good point, because I'm pretty sure it was Elizabeth Warren who came out and was just like, if you're a woman and you're not voting for a woman, then you hate women. And which, here's the thing, I will admit, I voted for Hillary. I was excited about her. Mm-hmm. You know, again, there's a lot of things that she does and have done that I don't agree with. No one's perfect. But yeah, I voted for her. Mm-hmm. But I think the idea behind that phrase is just so
dumb,
crappy, and just like it is implicitly sexist.
Yes,
because you're saying that if you're a woman, then you immediately should just like love all women. And there's a lot of crappy women, and it goes along with what you were saying earlier. Is that, you know, Chelsea was saying that at her job, there's so many businesses that are like, well, should I get, you know, special treatment because I'm a woman-owned business?
Do I get a discount for being a woman-owned business?
Correct.
Or are you guys women-owned because they want to partner with a women-owned business because they get tax breaks for partnering with women-owned businesses?
Yeah. And it's like, no, like, you can't just say you're a woman-owned business and expect everyone to think you're a wonderful person and run your company perfectly.
Yeah. Like, I love the idea of, like, pushing women to... Not even pushing. I don't even like that phrase. I had a recruiter say he was pushing me to something, and I wanted to
punch him. I would push him
slash
off
his tires. But like, just like help them want it. Like entice them to want something for themselves. Not that women don't want something for themselves, but it's like, I can start a business, and this is how I can get help to do it.
Correct.
Which I think that's like the part behind it. But then, like, I think as just greedy human beings and opportunists, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
It just took away from that. Like, I know someone really close to me who was very qualified for a job that didn't get it because there was a woman that was applying for it. And they said, hey, they kind of implied that she got it because she was a woman. And, like, that sucks.
Totally.
That's just as, like, hurtful as he got it. They got it. They gave it to him because he's a man.
Yeah. And what that does... I brought this up earlier.
A really good point.
What that does is if you give a position to someone not based on them being good enough for the job, if you just give it to them based on the fact that, oh, they fill this diversity role or they fill this woman role, then that person's going to come in, they're not going to be as good as the other person, and then everyone in the office who already has all the stereotypes built up about women or built up about people of color are going to be validated because that person's not going to do a good enough job. And then you literally have done nothing for moving women forward and making us equal.
Thank you.
Like, the end. You've literally missed the point completely, and you're dumb.
Yeah.
That's what literally happened to my old job. I'm not going to call any names. Well, he doesn't work there anymore, so... But I'm still not going to call any names, but someone was hired... It's not the person you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
He still works there.
Ugh.
Yeah. This is a different person. Hired someone into a position because she was an Asian female. And, like, said that. And, well, never said it to me, but said that to other, like, white men in the office who ran and told me immediately because they were like, listen to what this dude just said.
Oh, my God.
And she was not very good.
Didn't she have to take over some of her things, too, when she was out for...
Yeah. And you know what that did? It made her look so terrible because she was not qualified. Like, she should not have had that job. She was not qualified for it.
Yeah.
But imagine if she went and applied for a job that she absolutely was qualified for and killed it, and what a name she could have made for herself somewhere else.
Yeah. And,
like, how empowered and wonderful she would have felt, and she would have been in different rooms, and she would have been at the table of discussion. But the fact that companies are just... They're not, like, thinking about equal opportunity, about giving everyone a chance. They're just like, nope, need to fill this slot. Boom.
And on the other end of it, like, I know I didn't get a job because he said, you know, doctors are really rude to women. Do you think you can handle that? What the? Yeah, is that... What kind of... Like, what?
Yeah. Like, what does that even mean?
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be shattered and I won't wake up in the morning. Like, what?
It's so dumb. And I think the whole idea now behind Girlboss has done nothing to help that.
Yeah.
It really has done nothing. It's just been taken over by, I think, oh my gosh.
Tell me. Just say it. I've already said so many offensive things.
I'm going to say a hot take. I'm going to say a hot take. And because we've talked, given, you know, we started as a sales only podcast. And we talked a lot about MLMs, and both of us have been part of MLMs before. We're not
Guilty.
sitting here being like, oh my God, you are a piece of like, trust me, girl, we've all been there.
I
We've
still
all...
use products from MLMs.
Yeah, me too.
Like, there's some good things out there.
Correct.
And there's some very successful, amazing women that run their businesses, because I truly feel if they own it and they do it, it is a business.
In a way with integrity and
Yes.
authenticness. Yes, absolutely. Totally agree with you. Mm-hmm. But my hot take is, I think the word girl boss and the idea of girl boss was straight up taken over by women in MLMs on Instagram. And this is this is 50% Instagram's fault. I'm telling you.
75%.
75%. Because it really just, it became like a
Almost
almost
hashtag
like
to trend yourself.
or like almost like a bullying technique of like, oh, you don't want to join my team? Like, are you a girl boss? Like, do you want to be a girl boss? Like, you don't want to like come on board? Like, do you consider yourself a girl boss? It became like a weird like,
Yeah, that's so true.
like, it was just so bizarre. And I think it turned into this like ugly thing that, and not only that, but like, it also goes along a lot with, and we've talked about this before, is this like very, very, very unhealthy hustle mindset. Mm-hmm. Because we've talked about the word hustle,
Yes.
and how we feel about it, and how we're very torn, and how our name of this podcast is trying to create like a new meaning of hustle.
Like, you should hustle for prosperity, not hustle just to hustle.
Correct. Like,
Hustle to further yourself, not just to be like, I'm busy.
yeah, exactly. And not like just filling your days with dumb stuff because you think it's going to get you ahead when it's not actually, and you're not, laser pointing your things that you could be doing. So, anyways, I think that the idea of girl boss also feeds into that, which has now been, I mean, they've done so many studies about stress and like super long-houred work weeks and how they're so unhealthy for you, and how you're not going to be performing at any job at your peak if you're stressed out and you're exhausted, because you've been literally like burning yourself, burning your freaking candle at both ends.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of girl boss just it feeds into that.
Totally.
And it fuels that, which is, I'm not about that life. And I think that people are starting to become not about that life and starting to recognize that, like, that whole, like, Wolf of Wall Street, like, freaking, like, like every male business major's favorite movie. Like, it's just, like, becoming so, it's getting exposed.
Yeah.
And people are realizing, like, oh, you don't actually have to do that to be successful. Like, you can actually just, like, work hard and not kill yourself.
Yeah.
You can actually just like do things well and
Absolutely.
get ahead,
Yeah.
and not like I don't need you to text me and tell me that you woke up at 5 a.m. and then blocked your whole day out and then went in and did all this stuff and did all this extra stuff, and then you did this other stuff, and then you did all the other things, and then at 1 a.m. you finally went to sleep, because you'll sleep when you're dead, because you're on that hustle life. Like, okay, congrats. Do you even have fun?
Salespeople do that a lot.
All the time. Oh my god.
I might have had a conversation recently with someone, and out of nowhere, no one asked. I was given an entire pipeline, meaning what they are anticipating closing, as well as what they were doing. Multiple messages from this person with, again, no asking from me.
No questions.
And my thing was like, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's how I replied. Like,
Yeah.
like, I find people who talk about it a lot it's like, really rich people don't tell you that they're really rich.
Yes.
Really
Absolutely,
successful
they
people don't tell you they're really successful.
Correct.
You can see it. It shows. And you ask them.
Yeah.
It's not like...
Right. Like, you're saying, like, hey, like, I don't know, you wouldn't be like, how's your bank account? But you know what I mean? You're like, hey, like, what have you been working on? Like, what are you doing? They're not just gonna, hi, my name is, Martha, and I this week I did this and this and this, and this is how much money I make. Like, only people who are not very successful do that.
Absolutely.
If that's bad.
No, it's not bad. It's the truth. And that's like the thing that I wish Girlboss would have stayed, because I feel like at first it was like, it was literally a rags to riches story.
Yeah. Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? Like the American dream, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when I think like being a girl boss, if I take the aesthetic out of it, I think like routine, like waking up, working out, having your, your time for yourself, having your time for your work, like having goals, and like not just having goals and writing them on a cute board, but like crushing your goals.
Yeah, being motivated, finding joy in accomplishing
and
things you want to do.
Yeah, and I will tell you, like, the one time that I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so accomplished was when I had multiple people reaching out to me and asking me like, hey, what are you doing for this? Like, that was so much more gratifying than me like, I've done this and this, and I was up till 2:30 doing this. And even though I did tell you that. But, like, that's not the point.
I asked you, though. I asked you what you're doing.
But you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's different than just spouting out things and, like, forecasting your sales pipeline and all these things that you're doing, instead of just being like, oh my gosh, like, oh, you're that person. You know, one of the best, this is so pathetic. But I will share it with the fans.
We love pathetic things here. Let's go.
Okay, so I was at President's Club and I was on the beach, and this girl asked me something, and I think it was about my swimsuit, and I had sunglasses on, and she's like, oh, are you here for First President's Club? And I was like, yeah. She's like, do you know if Chelsea Dupre is here? I really want to meet her. And I was like, well, funny you asked. That's me. That's like, that was just a moment. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I felt so good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I wasn't like showing who I was.
Yeah.
And like, that's like to me, girl boss is like, I made a name for myself through my hard work because I worked hard. I didn't tell people how hard I was working.
Correct. You weren't trying to outwardly show this like fake facade of who
Exactly.
you were trying to be. You were just being who you wanted to be.
And that felt so good.
Yeah.
And that's like the message I'm trying to convey is like, find what you love. Don't worry about how it looks. Mm-hmm. It's like working out. Like, my sister, for example, she has been working out so hard and she looks so amazing. And then she was doing this video of push-ups. I'm like, who is this broad? And I'm like, oh my gosh, your shoulders look so good. It's like when you've been working out and it finally starts to show. Mm-hmm. It's like the same thing in like your work environment. When you've put in the work and it's just like, whoa, you've arrived. And it feels so good because you don't have to talk about it anymore. It's like, here, it's tangible. It's in real life. It's in your bank account. It's like a thing.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's what I think Girlboss started out as. And like, if you take the aesthetics out of it and not trying to make people feel left out.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing about being a girl boss. It's not about like leaving people out. It's about you furthering your career.
Correct. In like a healthy way.
Absolutely.
The way that I think about Girlboss and the way that I think when it started to take a turn for the worse is when everyone tried to be Emily Blunt's character in The Devil Wears Prada. It's like everyone became crazy anal, crazy obsessive. Their entire lives were taken up by their careers. They took no time for themselves. And guess what? They all got hit by a car and couldn't go to Paris Fashion Week. And that's what'll happen if you take this in an unhealthy way.
You, speaking as a completely objective third-party observer with absolutely no personal interest in the matter, nor did this happen to me, you will have a mental breakdown, go into severe depression, and have to start anti-anxiety medication.
So take it from us, don't do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just, it became that. And people glorified that because
Absolutely.
it's like people would meet other women who were working, 140-hour work weeks and like be like, yes, girl, you're doing amazing. I'm here for you. Instead of being like, hey, are you okay?
Are you sane?
Do you need a therapist? And again, because that'll burn you out and then you'll get nowhere and it will crash and burn and it will not be good.
Well, and there was a part of the article that I really liked. It was like, there's a lot of women that are just as unethical as men are.
Yes.
In their business.
Oh my gosh,
and I was like,
yes.
And that kind of made me think of politics too. It's like, I think the majority of politicians get in with like the purest about, because that's
at all, for sure.
But you know, I think that's the same thing with once you get into a certain place, it can just, corruption's easy. Corruption comes with a lot of money. Not that rich people are all corrupt. That's 1,000% not what I'm saying.
Right.
But it's just because
you become a part of a corrupt system, and sometimes if you have such blinders on from just being like, I have to make it, you start to lose your moral values and your ethics of what you wouldn't do to make it. Because if it's that close and you want to, you want to be the head of this company, you want to be like CEO, you want to be, president, owner, whatever. Once you get so close to it, you lose all the ethics behind the meaning of what Girlboss started as, which was women empowerment, equality, pushing women to be better, pushing companies to be better and to treat women better.
And not all women CEOs are like that, but I'm just saying.
But it becomes that.
It can totally 100% be that.
Correct.
Like 100%. Like, just because it's a woman-owned business or a woman CEO doesn't mean that like it's rainbows and sunshine and she's like walking on water.
Sports. Anyways, sorry. What?
Yeah, exactly. So
if one more person sends, I'm sorry, and I know that a lot of people are fans of BS, and so I get it. Their videos are hilarious. Their content is just freaking fantastic. But if I hear one more person tell me, Lee, how can they be sexist? They have a woman CEO now. I'm gonna flip a freaking table.
That's literally the point of this conversation.
Yes,
like just because they have a woman CEO, so that makes it that
it's like,
what?
Okay, cool. Then stop posting dumb sexist stuff.
Clap.
Like,
yeah,
it's okay.
No, but
it's not okay. But
that literally is the exact point we're making.
Correct.
You can't have it's like just because the token female CEO.
Correct.
Or the token female manager.
Yes.
Like, oh, we're not sexist. We're ethical. We're all of the things.
We have a woman on our board of directors.
We have a black person. We have an Asian person. We have a woman. What do you mean?
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, what are you doing to implicate that across your whole corporation, you idiots?
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
So, yeah. And that's what Girlboss has become. So that's kind of what we wanted to just chat about, because it was a very interesting article to see the title be like, is this the death of the Girlboss? I was like, oh.
At first I was kind of sad. I was like, because like, real talk, we have hashtagged Girlboss a lot in our posts.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of things that drives attention. It drives traction. Like,
correct. And people still Google that hashtag. Or not Google it, but people still look it up on Instagram.
Yes.
So
100%.
Yeah.
But that really got me thinking and emotion stirring, and I was just thinking about all these things. Like, you don't have to vote for a woman just because she's a woman. You don't have to have a woman boss just because she's like, we as women are capable and able, and we can do it.
Yes.
Like, so hire the right person.
Correct. There is a woman out there that is right for the job.
Yes.
You just have to find her and entice her, instead of just like giving it to some random person just because they fill your slot.
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go.
Don't just get a slot filler.
Don't. Find the right slot filler.
Save up your money and then buy a square slot filler.
Right. That'll fit that square, not a rectangle.
I don't know. I'm trying to make this visual.
I know. I just keep rambling.
I guess that means that we made our point.
We did make our point.
Right?
I totally, yeah. Well, I think that we had open, honest discussions, and we agreed and we disagreed, and we came out the other side better people.
Oh my gosh. Perfect.
Anyways. Yeah, I think that's the end now, guys. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do you have opinions on this? Do you want to?
We want to hear.
comment on our Instagram and like talk about it.
Yeah.
A lot of you have our numbers. You could also just text us if you want. You can just text me and tell me what you think. I'll share it. I'll put it in my story.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll put you on our story. We will feature you on our story.
Why don't we do that?
I'm going to spotlight somebody.
We won't use your name if you don't want. But we can just be like, ooh, interesting point. Screenshot.
Yep.
We're like, DM us. Tell us what you think. Share.
Use your name.
I'm going to use a fake name.
Yeah, perfect.
But yeah, so...
Like us, rate us, review us. Thanks for listening. We love you. I hope you enjoy this Thursday or whatever day you're listening to this. And yeah. Mom, thanks for listening. I love you.
Oh yeah, Mom, thanks if you're listening. You probably aren't, but that's okay. Love you anyways. Have a good week. Bye.